Today I would like to talk about the situation in Sweden where there's a group of individuals who were burning Qurans. I would like to read from the Quran and see what its point of view about this situation and why this type of stuff is happening. And I would also express my opinion on why I think this is happening. This is Surah Al-Fajr in Ayat 13. Okay. I'm sorry, Surah Al-Abbas. Surah Al-Abbas. Abasa. Surah Al-Abasa in Ayat 13. Abasa meaning the frown. The frown. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم في صحف مكرمة في صحف مكرمة. So Allah says in the Quran, في صحف مكرمة. Fi means in. Suhuf. Suhuf. These are the pages of a book. Suhuf. Suhuf is also known as the book itself of the Quran. Allah is talking about how regular pages are mukarramah. Mukarramah means exalted. So Allah is talking about how He exalted the pages. These are just pieces of paper, and Allah has exalted them. Marfu'atin mutahhara. Marfu'atin means exalted. Fi suhufin mukarramah. Mukarramah means honored. So Allah honored the paper, the book, the pages. Marfu'atin mutahhara, and exalted people. So these papers were just regular pages, and now Allah exalted the pages. Marfu'atin mutahhara, exalted. Mutahhara means purified. And I'm getting this from Surah to the Quran, Quran.com. So I use Quran.com to learn the Arabic words. So you can learn Quranic Arabic words from Quran.com. So Marfu'atin mutahhara. Mutahhara is purified. So Allah has purified these pages. They're just regular pages. Allah purified them. Bi-aidi safara. Bi-aidi safara, within the hands, with the hands of safara, of the scribes. You know, recently I seen on YouTube a hate speech where they were promoting this idea that the Quran has been written by regular people, and there's so many different versions of the Quran and different lines that they posted. So Allah is talking about how the Quran was written down by people, but they're not regular people, because Allah describes them as bi'aidi safara. They were written in the hands, right? In the hands of scribes. Kiram and barara, noble. So the characters of these people, they were noble. Kiram and noble and dutiful. Barara, dutiful. So they're noble people. In the hands of noble people who are dutiful. And then Allah follows it up by saying, Qutila insanu ma akfara. Man is destroyed. Qutila insanu. Man isn't destroyed. Ma akfara. How ungrateful. Ma akfara. How ungrateful. So these pages are in the hands of, are written through the hands of scribes, noble and dutiful, meaning they put a lot of work into this. Qutila insanu ma akfara, Man is destroyed because of this. Man is destroyed. Ma akfara. Because man hasn't taken heed to these pages. Not because they're burning them, but because they haven't taken heed. So whether you burn them or you ignore them, it's all the same. So Allah is talking about man is destroyed. It doesn't matter if you burn them. It doesn't matter if you just leave them on the shelf. That's equal. It's equal. Man is destroyed. Man akfara, how ungrateful. Akfara comes from the word, this word ungrateful comes from the word akfara, mean kafara. Kafara. And kafara is disbeliever. So the word ungrateful in the Arabic, Quranic Arabic, comes out of the word ungrateful. Comes out of the word disbeliever. The word ungrateful. So Allah said, Ma akfara. How ungrateful. Min ayyi shay'in khalaqa. From which was man created? Min nutfatin khalaqa faqaddara. From the sperm drop. From the sperm he was created. Faqaddara. And in proportion. Then Allah goes on to say, this is further down in the verse. Nay, they haven't yaqdi ma akhfara. They haven't accomplished what man hasn't accomplished. They haven't accomplished what he commanded. So how would you know what Allah commanded if you don't read the book? So Allah says before that verse, Allah says, then when He wills, He will resurrect them. Right? When He wills, He will resurrect man. And then, nay, they haven't accomplished what He has commanded. How would you know what your Lord has commanded you if you don't read the pages? Why on the pages? Because you write things down when you don't want to forget them. That's why there's a book. That's why it's in a book. A book is so you don't forget them, to be written down. So Allah is saying in an earlier verse, how ungrateful. He sent these scribes, noble, dutiful. They put a lot of time and effort, right? And you haven't accomplished what has been commanded because you don't know what's been commanded, because you haven't read the book. So you're saying, why are you following these rules? Time has changed. Times have changed. Why are you following those old rules? Times have changed. Yes, time has changed. And time always is changing. That's why it's called chime. If you have a clock, it's always moving. If it doesn't move, then it doesn't work. Because a broken clock is only right twice a day, right? A broken clock is only right once a day or twice a day. So time has changed. Time is continuously changing. But guess what? That's why you write things down in a book. So the laws don't change. So the laws of Allah doesn't change. Because face it, in America, it's a land of the free. It's a land of freedom, right? But what are you free from? What are you free from? You're free from what? Laws. Laws is what keep us occupied, keep us oppressed. Laws are what keep us um, strapped down, unfree. So you have only two types of laws. You have the laws of man, and then you have the laws of Allah. Those are the only two types of laws that exist. The laws of man and the laws of Allah. So in these countries that countries like America, countries like Sweden, that they said we're free. What are they talking about? Free from which laws? My understanding is that you're free from obeying the laws of Allah. You're free from obeying the laws of Allah. But you're not free, and you won't be free if you disobey the laws of man. So if you go into one of these countries, America for example, that's known for what? It's known for locking people up, incarcerating people. They have the highest rate of incarcerating their citizens in the world, right? Then how can you say they're a free country, right? Because their laws was violated. So you're not free to violate your law. So only other conclusion one could come is freedom only means that you're free to disobey the laws of God. That's the only freedom that you have. You're free to disobey the laws of God if those laws don't cross over to the laws of man. Right? So you can go have it and disobey Allah's laws as much as you want. You're free. But you're not free to disobey the laws of man, or you won't be free in these countries, including Sweden. So, and then Allah talks about the food, how He created the food. Wahadaika is the gardens. That's why you should go to Quran.com. You can learn these words. Right? Allah talks about He provides the food for you and for your cattle. Okay, so that's basically, I was just going over this surah. It's called Surah Abasa. It means to frown, right? Surah Abasa. It means to frown. And I just thought I post this because in the news you have these people who are burning the laws of Allah, right? To protest, right? To protest or to in these countries that claim that they're free, right? And burning the laws of Allah. Why are they burning a book? A book hasn't done anything, right? A book hasn't done anything to them, but they have nothing against the book. It's their anger and their hatred towards Allah. Allah says in another verse, in another surah, Allah says they have disdain for you, despite for you, not for anything that you did, but because your only crime is that you believe in Allah, the all-knowing, right? You believe in Allah, the all-knowing. That's your crime. That's their hate. That's the root of their hate towards you, because you believe in Allah. So just because Allah honored the pages, in this surah, Allah talks about how He honored these pages with, He honored the pages, and He, you know, He exalted the pages, and He purified these pages in this book, right? That they have a thing against the pages. It's not even alive. You know, their hatred is towards Allah. So they burned the book. So on the day of judgment, how are they gonna know what their commandment was? What Allah was telling them, their duties. They're not gonna know, because the crime is not that they burnt the book. The crime is that they left the book on the shelf. You know, in the eyes of Allah, it's all the same. Whether you burn the book or you leave it on the shelf, it's all the same. All right, thank you.